Andrew Voss, and alongside me today, dressed in a beach shirt, is Phil Good.
This is going to be a cracker of the match. Please, let's get it started.
A tear to Gus's eye. Unbelievable emotion from the big man today. Guys at home like that. Nice kick. Back to the centre of halfway. Pritchard latches onto that kick. Great strength, great fend, good tackle. That's tackle one. Manor. That's tackle number two. Scott. Gutherson. Keeps going. That's the third. Pritchard. Still a couple of tackles up their sleeve here. Mategi. Scott. Manor with an offload. Great play that, offloading the ball. That's the 30-metre line. He plays the ball. Gutherson. This is a high kick. Superb bomb take, that one. That's the first. Trojevic. That's a textbook tackle. Strong defence. Konoisau scoops it up and off he goes. Miles. Stopped on the 20-metre line. 3 is the call. Trojevic. Cherry Evans. Taupo. Right. Uarte. Wrapped up close to the sideline. Tackle 4 made there. Intercept. They're off to a very good start here. For what?
Lead
10-0 here. It's a short kick. Pritchard gathers it. Nice tackle. That's tackle number 1. Pritchard brushes off the defence with ease. Great defence here. Scott. Mategi. Manor. Norman evades that tackle. And you'll find that's the 3rd tackle. French. And the pass has been hijacked. Tafua decides to run from dummy half. He breaks through the defence. Slips the pass. Keeps it along. Tafua beats a tackle. Look out. That is a tackle. Reach tackle 3. Walker breaks through. The Parramatta Eels are looking a bit wobbly. Cherry Evans. Trojevic breaks through. They reach the last tackle of the set. Walker. Lussing. Intercept. The Eels are off the hook. Just got a bit too excited there, I reckon. Good opportunity to put points on the board, but they blew it. You'll go a long way to see a better try than that.
The Parramatta Eels have been outstanding this afternoon. They haven't given their opponents any opportunities. It's been a joy to watch so far.
Centre of halfway again. Kicks long. Gutherson there to field the kick. Strong, shoving off that tackle. It's the 3rd. Here's a run from dummy half. Gutherson. Mategi. The stadium rattles with that tackle. 4 tackles up. Hoffman. Now, Ovar. That's the 5th tackle. Gutherson. Punting. Well, my friends, that is a shocker.
That was good pressure from the chasers to produce an error.
Walker powering his way through the defence. Parramatta on the back foot here. Lawrence, Taupo, Trojevic, threatening to score. Halfway through this set. Cherry Evans! Drogovic! Two defenders drive in to make the tackle. Running into some solid defence. Pritchard. Cut out ball. The ball's being turned over. And that is a critical error. I don't know if they'll survive this next set of six. And there it is. First try of the match for Manly Warringah. And that relieves a little... Good technique, good goal.
That will give this team's confidence a tremendous boost. Now they need a good set from the kick-off. Get to the kick and apply some pressure on the opposition.
Decides the deep kick is the way to go. Cherry Evans latches onto that kick. Miles. Get up. Lawrence. Green. Winterstein. Offload. Dangerous stuff here. He's in open space. Manly Warringah attacking strongly. Green. Drogovic. That tackle's knocked Gus off his chair. Halfway through this set. Cherry Evans. Drogovic. Oh, that's a tackle. 4. Cherry Evans. Lawrence. Green. Effective tackle. Last tackle. They want to come up with something. Walker kicks the football very high. What a catch. Winterstein. Walker. That's a try to the visitors.
The Sea Eagles have scored a very good 4-pointer here. Passing had pinpoint accuracy and the support play was first class.
Good kick.
The Manly Warringah Sea Eagles will take a lot of confidence from that, and I'd say we'll be looking to push on. Important set of 6 coming up for both sides.
The Eagles lead 16-12. Goes long. Cherry Evans. There to field the kick. Little dummy half run here. Drogovic. Super tackle. On tackle number 2. Green. Winterstein. On tackle number 3. Green. Green with the break. He's now all on his own. Nearly half-time. Plenty of commitment in the chase there. Still a couple of tackles left here. Fires out a torpedo pass. Lawrence. That's good getting to the loose ball. This is the old run backwards trick. Now. Look at this man go. French. Here they come. The defenders closing. That's the half-time hooter. Can he get there? The chase is on. And that's the 4th try for Parramatta.
Wow. Wow. This team has an amazing knack of scoring something from nothing, and this try was certainly no exception. I'm going to remember this try for a long, long time, Andrew.
to the right. So the first half is over. First half, Phil Gould in commentary. What have you... We are back underway. Cherry Evans latches onto that kick, shoving his way through. Cherry Evans! Taupo, right, Uarte. They will play it, that's the second tackle. There's meters to be made from dummy half. Taupo, ref shouts third tackle. Lawrence. Trojevic, good tackle. We reach play number 4. They've lost it. The two-man tackle is a strong one. Whoops, that's a little too long.
Stupid stuff, boys. No need.
Back underway with a tap. Mategi. Held, called by the ref. Hoffman keeps going. Say adios to another defender. 1, 2, now 3. Woo! The French, now. He's run into a bit of 4v2. They reach tackle 3. Norman breaks through the line. Desperate tackle, he was certain to score. He looks over his shoulder for backup. Gutherson, Pritchard.
Go on.
Last tackle now. Gutherson. There's the punt, and the kick goes dead. Cherry Evans. He starts the play with a tap. Green, Winterstein. Hardly his best moment in the game, that pass. That ball has been taken. Now, beats a tackle. Now, breaking his way through the line. The Manly Warringah Sea Eagles are looking shaky. The opportunity to score still on. That's the third tackle. Norman. Still a couple of tackles up their sleeve here. Mategi. Good shot. They reach the last tackle of the set. Gutherson. This is a high kick. I reckon that's play on. Well, that's disappointing. They were well in position there to grab some points, but they ended up making a bit of a dog's breakfast of it. It looks like they're closing the gap, and the visitors are over. The crowd... He lands the kick.
They needed that. That might just give them the edge they were looking for to carry on with it. It's important they back this up with a good set from the kickoff, Andrew.
Into the kick, centre of halfway. Cherry Evans latches onto that kick. Trojevic. Gets his hands free and offloads. Sloppy play. Poor pass. Big gap in the defence. Taupo. Right. Straight into open space. The Sea Eagles. Not afraid to shift it on the early tackles. Trojevic. Right. The attack coming in waves. Trojevic. Breaks through. Trojevic. Powers through the defence. That's tackle 4. Uarte. Referee signifies 5th tackle. Cherry Evans. This will come down with snow. Can't handle it. The Sea Eagles get a free block. And a prime scoring opportunity goes begging.
Well, put that down as an incomplete set.
Norman shrugs off the tackle, clear of another tackle. With an offload, Hoffman rushes the defence aside, powering down the field. Well, he's beat the second man. Pritchard darting from dummy half. Edwards. Brown. Referee is spot on. That's playoff. That's a knock-on.
They really needed to secure that.
Not sure who that one was for. Not here. Another handling error. They're not doing themselves any favours, are they? He's rounded up. Ranrandra with an offload. I like that. He's kept it alive. Ball and all tackles. Gutherson. Maroa. One-handed offload. And the pass has been picked off.
Crucial mistake.
That's the first. Lawrence breaks through the line. Walker, Green, and offloads the ball. Walker, building momentum, and another offload. Tafua, disappointing that, the forward pass. That's a poor pass. Sloppy play. Hoffman picks up the ball. That's the first tackle. Jennings. And he's through the line. Breaks through. He was really galloping before the tackle. Gutherson. The defence. They prevent an offload. Halfway through this set. Ranrandra. He offloads. Keeps it alive. Now he stretches his legs. What a try saver. The Seagulls on the back foot here. Ranrandra. Big numbers in defence. The referee says he hung on too long on the tackle. Well, Gus is next to me shaking his head. Another penalty. Surely we have to use the symbol.
Get on him, ref. Good call. He has to put an end to this blatant cheating.
Two in the tackle. That does the job. Brown. Referee says held. Great defence here. Norman beats a tackle. Edwards. He scores out wide. They'll be calling him golden boots after that one.
Outstanding. Beautifully struck.
The centre of halfway to the kick. Hoping to regather. Here's the short kick. Parramatta gather up the loose ball. Let's tackle up. Little dummy half run here. Norman. Cut out ball. Edwards. Hoffman. Shaken up by a two-man tackle. Strong defence here. Ovar. And the pass has been hijacked. Taken to ground. Almost into touch. Walker. Really fires out a pass. Lawrence. Lussing. Strong defence. Drogovic. Cherry Evans. Drogovic. Taupo. Right. Breaks through. Slips the pass. Coruscant.
Nice pass.
The defence is looking shaken. Referee signifies fifth tackle. Uate. Right. Runs into touch.
Maybe.
Hoffman. They've found the gap. French. Good through the defence. Look out. He's caught them napping. Arms are free. And there's the offload. The defence can't put him down and the pass is away. He's now all on his own. But they're closing in fast. And there's two. Full time. Well, we're all waiting to hear what you've got to say, Gus. Let's hear some pearls of wisdom.
Parramatta came here today
Hello, students of rugby league and lovers of the game. Good to be here at Suncorp Stadium as we bring you coverage of this highly anticipated clash between the North Queensland Cowboys and the Kiwis. I'm Andrew Voss, and alongside me today, dressed in a beach shirt, is Phil Gould.
Andrew, this really brings a tear to my eye. What a beautiful day. A big crowd building up, two quality football sides, excitement in the air. I have my popcorn. This is going to be a cracker of the match. Please, let's get it started.
Bring a tear to Gus's eye. Unbelievable emotion from the big man today. Cut it. Juavasishek evades that tackle. Clear of another tackle. There's the fourth tackle. Thorin. He breaks through. Last tackle now. Wisatua with the high ball. Superb bomb take, that one. First tackle up. Has a look and passes long. Hess. And that's the second. Cutting out his teammates. Amalolo. That is tackle number 3. Cut out ball. Morgan. Look out. Out of my way, he says. Oh, he's through the line. Cooper. He's all on his own, but they're closing in fast. The kicker's got the distance. It's straight. It's there. The Cowboys lead 6-0 here. And they've managed to get to the ball. Superb tackle. That's tackle 1. Scott. 2 able to come in defence. They will play it. That's the second tackle. Amalolo. Wrapped up by some solid defence. Hannon. Floored by the tackle. Running into some solid defence. Hess. Last tackle coming up. Thurston. There's the punt. Vadove with a good catch. Keeps going. Say adios to another defender. Luke runs from dummy half. He breaks straight through the defence. He's out into open space. Johnson breaks through. He's beaten 1. He's beaten 2. And the pass has been picked off. Well, they were looking dangerous there, but a lapse in concentration and the pressure is off. Referee says he hung on too long on the tackle. That's tackle 1. Hess. Linnett breaking his way through the line. Defenders closing. The chase is on. He's wound up on this run. North Queensland on the charge. Hannon. Tamalolo. Dogged defence there. Luke was hurt in the tackle there. Morgan. Breaks straight through the defence. He's caught them napping. Big run. New Zealand are looking a bit wobbly. Tamalolo. That's tackle 5. Thurston. Wrong tackle. They managed to survive. The Kiwis can consider themselves fortunate there. Johnson. Madalino offloads the ball. Madalino makes the mistake. And that is an absolutely critical mistake. You can't make silly mistakes like that and expect to get away with it. The Cowboys will be eyeing the try line. They have a very strong scoring chance here. A quarter of the game gone. Asiata! New Zealand holding up well. No way through for North Queensland. They collide in the tackle, unable to mobilise. That's good defending. And a dummy half he goes. Mannering breaking on too long there. Need to be careful here. That's too many professional fouls in a row. We could end up seeing a sin bin if this side commits the same offence.
Rightly so. The only way this team is going to learn, and that's with a sin bin.
Fades away to the right side of the posts. Close, centre halfway. Goes long. kick. Scott. Whoops, that's a little too long. Referee has found a reason to use the sin bin.
Huge moment in the game. How will the team respond to this now?
Thurston starts the play with a tap. That's the first tackle. Coop. Great defence here. Granville scoots out a dummy half. Asiata. A good pass there. And the pass has been picked off. Cutter beats a tackle. He's held 20 metres out. Johnson. Chulivas-Shek. Bursting through the line. That's a try to the visitors. That's a good kick.
That will give this team's confidence a tremendous boost. Now they need a good set from the kick-off. Get to the kick and apply some pressure on the opposition.
North Queensland lead by 4. Decides the deep kick is the way to go. Chulivas-Shek. Vanderfield the kick.
That's one. Move.
Blows past the defence. Here they come. The defenders closing. Oh, that is a good pass in the tackle. Dangerous stuff here. Lillyman. Oh, dear. Another hand again. They're not doing themselves any favours, are they? Scott. Breaks through. Halfway through the count. Tamalolo. Still a couple of tackles up their sleeve here. Granville has a look and then runs from dummy half. Thompson will get the ball on the full. Wrapped up. Thurston. Well, that's poor play. Forward pass. Fusatua, foreign.
One, release.
Fusatua. Strong defence here. Foreign. Lillyman. Mannering keeps it alive. Madalino breaks through the line. Oh, this is good stuff. Great offload. This could be trouble. Well, he's gone over the line, but it's hard to say with any confidence that he... Judges the kick nicely. 2 points.
They'll be looking to really push on from here. Now they've got this lead.
New Zealand lead 12-10. Kicks long. Johnson. Vanderfield the kick. Madalino. That's tackle number 1. Cut. Vadove crashes past the defence. There's daylight in front of him. Can he get there? Nearly half-time. He's held up over the line, but I do think he got the ball. That's missed to the right. The Kiwis lead 16-10. He kicks short. Mannering has got the free ball. That's the first of 6. Dashes out of dummy half. There's the half-time hooter. Referee calls held. That's the first half done and dusted. And stanza underway here. Coop latches onto that kick with a hitter. That's the first. Tamalolo shoving his way through. Seized in the tackle. Scott. Morgan. And the tackle is made. That is tackle number 3. Low. O'Neill. A heavy tackle. Tackle 4 made there. Hennon. The ground shakes. That's the 5th tackle. Thurston. The punt. That's good positional play to take the kick. He sets his sights on the try line. The scrambling defence get him at the end of the run. Held, called by the ref. Chuvasashek powers through the defence. Look out, he's caught them napping. Eventually taken to ground. The defence is looking shaken. Looks for backup. Thompson, Lilliman inside the danger zone. This team is on a roll. Out of dummy half he goes. And this is the last tackle. Johnson! Cutter. Dear oh dear. Well under pressure. And New Zealand have made a critical error right out from their own try line. Felt. So the tackle does the job. That's 2. Scott. And now that is the 3rd tackle. Felt. Powerful tackle. On tackle number 4. Gamalolo. Tackle number 5. Thurston. He punts it. They're all in hot pursuit. Arms are free, and there's the offload. Intercepted. Foreign for Zatua. They're looking to spoil his party. Oh, no. Another silly mistake there, and that sums up the kind of game they've been having here. Nailed by the defence. There's the second. Amalolo. He breaks through. They're closing in. Halfway through this set. Takes a peek for some backup. Thurston beats a tackle. There's the 4th tackle. Coote. Tamalolo with the break. Try number 3 for North Queensland.
The fans are on their feet after that effort, Andrew. A decent try scored here.
Pilots that one through the uprights.
I like what I see from both sides here this afternoon. Not giving an inch. Both sides desperate for a victory and giving it everything in attack and defence.
Settled halfway again. Decides the deep kick is the way to go. Coote latches onto that kick. Scott, he's in the clear. Whoops, that's a little too long.
That's the right call from the referees.
He starts with a tap. Granville, classic tackle. There's tackle 1. Asiata. He seems to be in a lot of pain. Ref shouts second tackle. Henner shoves his way through. He breaks straight through the defence. Defenders closing in. Reach tackle 3. Asiata. That's tackle 4. Morgan puts boot to ball. It'll be a race. Who will get to it first? I don't think those are his tactics. It's gone dead. Johnson restarts play.
He's worked tirelessly for his teammates this afternoon. What a performance.
Just powering down the field. What an athlete. Well, I think it's a try. I think it's a try. I don't know. Whoops. Kick. New Zealand gather up the loose ball for Zatua.
He's held there.
First tackle.
Release.
He's a run from dummy half. All in all tackle. Great defence. Foreign breaking his way through the line. There's plenty in pursuit. That's the 3rd. Menery. What was that for? Quick to get to the loose ball. Ref says 4. Johnson. Big run and out of a tackle. Last tackle. Madalino. Roach. They've completed their set and now it's a changeover. Scott. That's tackle 1. Amalolo. He just brushes off the tackle.
Surely the guy needs a rest. Where's he finding all this energy?
He's tackled after making good meters. through this set. Tamalolo! Coote! Here's danger. Leonard! Still a couple of tackles left here. Thurston! Hess! Just one to go in the set. Thurston! This'll take half an hour to come down. Chuvasashek takes it in goal. The restart to come.
A very good kick, and the player did well to defuse the situation as well.
And there's the tap.
Zero tackle. Hands away.
Thorin. Good strength to get through that one. Tackle one completed. This could be trouble, my friends. Nona here. Second of 6 tackles there. Thorin. Look at him, wading through the defence. That's 3. Nona here. Not sure who that one was for. Spreads it wide. Morgan! Rounded up. Harry says he hung on too long on the tackle. Yep, penalty. And there's the team's warning. Next defence, and it's sin-bin time.
Get on him, ref. Good call. He has to put an end to this blatant cheating.
Thurston! Low! Leonard! Winterside! Keeps going! Winterside! Breaks straight through the defence. Almost in the touch there. In need of points, and here's their chance. Leonard! New Zealand on the back foot here. Asiata! Breaks through. Not far behind. They can't afford to squander this chance. O'Neill. Nice tackle. They reach the last tackle of the set. Granville. Out of dummy half. The Cowboys threw everything they had into that last set, but unable to break through. Some very solid defence there. Chuvasashek breaks through. Ooh la la, that's a tackle. Viti. Foreign. Great defence here. He breaks through the defence. Open pasture, and there's daylight in front of him. Fusatua. This match has been decided. It's full time. The fans really got their money's worth today. What do you think about that match, Gus?
New Zealand have come out victors in what was a very seesawing match. Neither team could take a stranglehold early on, and in the end, I think the team that made better use of the football overall got the upper hand.
Hello, students of Rugby New Zealand. I'm Andrew Voss, and alongside me today, dressed in a beach shirt, is Phil Gould.
Andrew, this really brings a tear to my eye. What a beautiful day. A big crowd building up, 2 quality football sides, excitement in the air. I have my popcorn. This is going to be a cracker of the match. Please, let's get it started.
Bring a tear to Gus's eye. Unbelievable emotion from the big man today. He cool. Last tackle now. Rain has a look and then runs from dummy half. Cleary. Oh, give it away, son. You've lost the ball. Heavy tackle. And he's through the line. Now there's daylight in front of him. Menery. Foreign. halfway through the count. Johnson! Well held. No way through. There's the fourth tackle. SHOW77 keeps going. Stonewall defence. That's tackle 5. Johnson puts up the bomb. That's a good take. There's a bit of whack in that tackle. That's tackle number 1. Merrin pushes past one, blows past the defence. He sets sail for the try line. He goal! The Panthers are looking dangerous here. Tamo! The attack coming in waves. Cleary. Yo. Oh, Gussie. What about that tackle? Still a couple of tackles up their sleeve here. Rain senses a chance out of acting hard. Blake breaking his way through the line. Still trying to make metres as he's brought down after that good run. Referee signifies 5th tackle. Was never onside. To make some ground with a kick for touch. That ball is over the sideline. Back underway with a tap.
He's held there.
On tackle 1. Lillyman. Mannering. Luke. That ball has been taken. Stunned by the tackle. Merrin. Well, that's a nice how do you do. Great defence here. Tamo. Lillyman in a lot of pain. That's the 3rd tackle. Dummy half dash. Cleary. Latu. Runs into some solid defence. Powering through the defence. Big run and out of a tackle. They reach the last tackle of the set. He goal! Mansour. Cartwright with a Gary Owen. Will retain possession. There wasn't a knock on there. That ball has been taken. Well, that's disappointing. They were well in position there to grab some points, but they ended up making a bit of a dog's breakfast of it. SHOW77 set sail for the try line. Well, if you ever wanted to know how to silence a parochial crowd, you get a try. Successful. The Kiwis lead 6-0 here. Kicks long. Johnson latches onto that kick, shoves off that tackle, just powering down the field. What an athlete. A quarter of the game gone. Release. Seems to be in a lot of pain. There's the second. Madalino with an offload. Johnson. Johnson breaks straight through the defence. This team is on a roll. Johnson. And the attack just keeps on coming. Last tackle. Foreign with the high ball. Captures that ball in goal. We will be off to the 20-metre line.
Very good football from both sides. Good kick pressure and well diffused.
And there's the tap. Classic tackle.
0 tackle.
Michi.
He's held there.
That's the first tackle.
Release.
Yo. With a fend. That's a textbook tackle.
That's your
Tackle
second.
number 2 right there. Blake. Blake breaks through the line. He is now all on his own.
Let him go.
Breach tackle 3. Wallace senses a chance out of dummy half. He goes! Ref says 4. Massive hit. Last tackle. They've got to come up with something. He cool. Kicks. The ruling there is offside. They'll take the kick for touch. And into touch it goes. He restarts with a tap. Breaks through. He sets his sights on the try line. He scores wide out and back. It's this one, radar-like with a kick.
New Zealand have been outstanding this afternoon. They haven't given their opponents any opportunities. It's been a joy to watch so far.
New Zealand lead 12-0. Johnson there to field the kick. Finally pulled down.
That's one. Move.
Roach had a look both ways and runs from dummy half. He's taken there in that tackle on tackle number 2. Johnson bursting through the line. And he's all on his own. They're closing in fast though. And the visitors are over. The crowd, well, they're stunned. It's waved away to the right.
Their little band of travelling supporters are enjoying this, and why wouldn't they?
New Zealand leads 16-0 here. Goes long. Johnson there to field the kick.
One. Release.
He looks over the shoulder for support. Cutter. Kicks the ball off. Referee has pulled them back for that forward pass. Delivers a long ball. Blake Moylan. Gus, that is a beautiful tackle. Cleary. Rain beats a tackle. Gets it away. I like that. He's kept it alive. Through and into open space. And there it is. First try of the match for the Panthers. And that relieves a little bit of pressure. Judges that one to perfection.
The Panthers will take a lot of confidence from that, and I'd say we'll be looking to push on. Important set of 6 coming up for both sides.
Back to the centre of halfway. First tackle.
Release.
Latu.
Let him go.
And that is tackle number 2. Rain darting from dummy half. Moylan. He's in the clear. It looks like they're closing the gap. Beats a tackle. They have done it again. Moylan is through for another try.
That is brilliant. A fantastic try scored there.
Good technique, good goal.
They needed that. That might just give them the edge they were looking for to carry on with it. It's important they back this up with a good set from the kick-off, Andrew.
The Kiwis lead 16-12 here. Cleary latches onto that kick. Is in the clear. Latu. Crash tackling stuff here. Ref shouts second tackle. Cleary. There's the siren for half-time. Shaken up by a 2-man tackle. So the first half is over. Well, if the standard of play improves in the second half, we're in for... Kicks it off deep. Johnson there to field the kick. Second tackle there. Hoffman. Juavasashek. Foreign. Nice slow tackle. On tackle number 3. Fusatua. Good play. He fends off one. And he's through the line. Offloads the ball. And he He's able to get a one-handed offload. He's caught them napping. Big run. New Zealand picking up their 4th try of the match.
Penrith.
And that is straight over the black dot. Noda here. There to field the kick.
He's held there.
First tackle up.
One. Release.
Thorin. Look at him. Wading through the defence. And that's the second. Sloppy play. 4 pass. Good skill and offload.
He's held there.
3 is the call.
3. Hands away.
Johnson pushes him away. Backed up by the defence. On tackle 4. Roach scoots out a dummy half. He breaks through the defence. Stretches out. Here is trouble. Madaleno. Referee signifies 5th tackle. Tuivasa-Sheck keeps going. Let down by a last tackle play, and here's the changer. Moylan. He just brushes off the tackle. Bruising tackle. That's the first. Latu. Good tackle. Great defence. Yeah. And you'll find that's the 3rd tackle. Ichi. Clearing. Latu fends him off. 4.
Get off him. 4. Get back. Look at me. He's held there now.
Here goes the last. Moylan. Blake. Shrugs off the tackle. Blake powering his way through the defence. What a run. Another try.
The fans are on their feet after that.
Easy kick for a man of his talent.
That will give this team's confidence a tremendous boost. Now they need a good set from the kick-off. Get to the kick and apply some pressure on the opposition.
New Zealand lead by 4 here. Moylan there to field the kick. Latu.
One. Release.
Peachy.
He's held there.
That's the second.
2.
Clearing.
Held.
That's 3.
3. Hands off.
Tamo. Wrapped up on the 30-metre line. That's the 4th. Rain looking to make ground out of dummy half. Hiku fending off the defence. Well, another handling error. They need to tighten the discipline out there. The Kiwis scores their... That conversion is missed, so they'll have to be content with just the 4 points. New Zealand lead by 80. Kicks long. Johnson latches onto that kick.
1. Release.
Carter. Nice
Held
tackle.
there. That's his
That's
second.
tackle number 2. Johnson. He brushes off the tackle. That's strong. Halfway through the count. Tuivasa-Sheck. He fends off 1.
He's held there.
4 tackles completed now.
Move.
Just shoves off that tackle. That's 5th tackle in my book.
5. Markers lock in.
Tuivasa-Sheck runs from dummy half. Tuivasa-Sheck powering through the defence. Here they come, the defenders closing. I reckon even the home fans will acknowledge that's a good try.
Is there any fire left in the...
No goal.
It's been an entertaining match, but some of these missed tackles and errors would have any coach pulling his hair out, Andrew.
New Zealand lead by 12 here. Roach with the leap and comes down with the ball. Beats a man. Tuivasa-Sheck keeps going. There's daylight in front of him. Another try. Successful with the conversion.
Yes, Andrew, they are well in control. The opposition just doesn't know what's hit them.
The Kiwis lead by 18. Decides the deep kick is the way to go. Johnson there to field the kick. He offloads. Good skill. An offload. Vanuve stretches his legs. He's troubled. In the clear. This could be a try. It's back-to-back tries out there. What? Surprise there. It's a goal.
The Kiwis are playing some very solid football. Their opponents are shell-shocked, and understandably so.
New Zealand lead by 24. Decides the deep kick is the way to go. Johnson there to field the kick.
He's worked tirelessly for his teammates this afternoon. What a performance.
Go. Out of acting half. There's two in the tackle. On tackle two. Johnson breaking his way through the line. Look at this man go. New Zealand are looking dangerous every time they get the ball. He looks for backup. This team is on a roll. Shek breaks through. Real force in this defence. Referee signifies fifth tackle. Johnson.
I'm losing count with how many runs this bloke has made.
And they've managed to get to the ball. I could have done better than that. It's a changeover. Campbell-Gillard. Tamo. Clearing. He's now all on his own, but they're closing in fast. Can he get there? The Panthers pick up try number 4. That's 2 points, my friends.
This is heartbreaking stuff for the home crowd. The home team just haven't been able to execute here.
The centre of halfway for the kick. It's a short kick. And they've managed to get to the ball. Look out. Out of my way, he says. On tackle number 1. Ichi. Great defence here. Rain. Little dart out of dummy half. Clearing. Look at the athlete stretching his legs. The stadium shakes with that tackle. That's the third tackle. Tamo. There's the fourth tackle. Cartwright. Stonewall defence. Last tackle now. Campbell-Gillard. Peachy. Cleary. Tamo. He's handed over now. Madalino. Johnson. That's the first tackle. Madalino. Juavazishek. On tackle number 2. Cutter. Brushes through the tackle. He breaks straight through the defence. He's got pace. Johnson with an offload. Great play that, offloading the ball. New Zealand are looking dangerous here. Cutter. That's a sloppy pass, that one. Gave picks up the ball. The attack coming in waves. Chuavazishek beats a tackle. Johnson. Mannering. Foran. Viti. Thompson. Full time, folks. And there we have it. And your overall thoughts on the game, Gus?
New Zealand have picked up the win this afternoon. A solid display of rugby league here and have come away with a very good victory.
A good win indeed. And we'll have plenty more football coming up next time. Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us as we bring you today's match between the Brisbane Broncos and New Zealand. I'm Andrew Voss, and alongside me today, dressed in a beach shirt, is Phil Gould.
Couldn't have asked for a better day, really. A dry park, not a lot of wind, and a good crowd building up. Both teams are going to enjoy soaking up this atmosphere. I'm expecting to see some exciting football played from both sides.
Well, judging by the traffic getting into the game, of course you get your helicopter to the ground, Gus, but there was roads blocked everywhere. Big crowd for what is quite the game. They will play it. That's the second tackle. Johnson. He's been taken there on tackle number 4. Natalino. Juavasishek keeps the ball alive. Lilliman powering his way through the defence. Last tackle now. Foreign. The high ball. He's there to bring the kick back. Hit hard. On tackle 1. Hunt. Kahu. And he's through the line. Stretches out. Here is trouble. Breaks through. Maguire. Massive hit. Halfway through the count. Fayade keeps going. They roll forward again. Blair. Hunt. Boyd just steams past the defence. This could be trouble. Only now is his run halted. Referee signifies 5th tackle. He looks for backup. Maguire. Swamping tackle. New Zealand holding on for dear life. And they get the changeover. Still not out of trouble though yet.
Well, they risked to run the ball there. Nearly scored the try.
Johnson. Juavasishek.
He's held there.
Ref shout second tackle. Johnson. One-handed offload. Luke. Strong tackle. They reach tackle 3. Here's a run from dummy half. Beats a tackle. And they thump him back in the tackle. That's tackle 4. Johnson. Breaks through the line. Can he get there? Well, if he ever wanted to know how to silence a parochial crowd, that's off to the left. The Kiwis lead by 4 here. Goes long. Foreign there to field the kick. Now there's daylight in front of him. That's tackle number 2 right there. Fusatua. Wrapped up by the defence. That is tackle number 3. Natalino. The chip. Nice low tackle. That's tackle 1. Friday, good strength to get through that one.
Up now.
Strong defence. There's meters to be made from dummy half. Blair breaks straight through the defence. Hunt is in the clear. The Broncos have struck. Lands the goal, that's 2 points.
It's important they back this up with a good set from the kick-off, Andrew, and they must get to their kick. Otherwise, this lead won't last that long.
Decides the deep kick is the way to go. Boyd latches onto that kick. Gillette.
He's held there. 1. Release.
Boyd. Hunt. The home side are leading. That's taken the wind out of him. That's the second.
2. Hands away.
Gillette. Smacked into the turf by some strong defence. 3rd tackle and to play the ball. Off a Hengowi. 4th tackle. Cut out ball. Hunt. Boyd. Fayade. Fayade breaking his way through the line. tackle coming up. Hunt with a punt. It'll be a race. Who will get to it first? Johnson! There's the second. Vadove. He breaks straight through the defence. Stretches out. Here's trouble. He's tackled after making good metres. The Kiwis attacking strongly. Johnson! Juavasishek. Cutter. He breaks through. Now he's in the clear. Gets his hands free and offload. Intercept! They had them in a spot of trouble, but a little too eager there, and they've squandered a prime opportunity to put points on the board. That's the first. That's two. Hengawi. What a fen. Remind me not to get in his way. The scrambling defence get him at the end of the run. That's the third. Roberts! Bursting through the line. Through and into open space. And he's all on his own. They're closing in fast though. Well, he's gone over the line, but it's hard to say with any... Careful with the conversion. Brisbane lead 12-4 here. Kicks long. Boyd there to field the kick. Blair. He fends off one.
Right, he's tackle one.
Gillette. Maguire. Unstoppable. Breaks through the defence. No respect for ball security. Juavasishek. Johnson keeps going. Launching himself at the defence. Halfway through this set. Luke senses a chance out of acting hard. Luke breaks through the line. The defence is looking shaken. Lilliman. Plenty of oomph in that defence. That's tackle 5. Johnson. Menery. Madalino. Juavasishek. That's the set complete. It's a changeover.
Well, they risked to run the ball there. Nearly scored the try.
Hengawi. There's tackle 1. Blair. On tackle number 2. Gillette. Kahu. The home side are leading. Reach tackle 3. It's almost knocked me out of my chair. There's the 4th tackle. Maguire. Hengawi. Good play. He fends off one. That's the half-time hooter. Milford. He breaks through. He sets sail for the try line. And the referee says that's all we have time for in the first half. Thoughts on the first half, Gus?
I liked what I saw in that first half. Some bruising defence and some nice attacking football. Both teams really gave it everything, and thankfully for us, the fans, we get to see it all take place again in the second half.
We'll have the second half in just a moment. Kick-off is long. Boyd there to field the kick. Hengawi. Look at him, wading through the defence. Blair keeps going. Blocked in the tackle. That's tackle number 2. Milford. Halfway through this set. Maguire. Off for the fence. Still a couple of tackles left here. Milford. Fired out. Roberts. Oh! He's through the line. Stretches his legs. Here's trouble. Can he make it? A try on home soil.
Good try that, Andrew. The build-up was impressive.
There's two.
Their fans will be very pleased with what they're seeing here. They've been hot on attack, but defensively, they have been sound too.
In the centre of halfway to the kick. He just fends off the defence. Let him go.
He's taken one.
Boyd! That's a sloppy pass, that one. They've lost it. Heavy tackle, that. Release. Johnson! Grab there. Hoffman! Carter! Breaks through. Outstanding tackle. That's the third tackle. Tuivasa-Sheck breaks through. Tuivasa-Sheck powering his way through the defence. Still a couple of tackles up their sleeve here. Mannery, Foran, Gabe, Fusatua. Last tackle now. Gabe, Lillyman, Mannery, Johnson. They'll hand it over now. Milford off a Hengawi. Collected in the tackle. First tackle up. Hunt. Boyd brushes through the tackle. Second of 6 tackles there. Hunt. Cutting out his teammates. Off a Hengawi.
He's held there.
And now that is the third tackle. Milford serves up a wide ball. Roberts. 4 tackles completed now.
Get back.
Friday off a Hengawi. Sims beats a tackle. Open pasture and there's daylight in front of him. Finally brought to ground. Hunt tries his luck with a bomb. Play on is the call. Well, they had a prime opportunity to score there, but they've let the defence off the hook with that mistake. Wow, what a run. Look out. They're closing in. I'm a long way away, but I think he got it down. Oh, crowd likes that. Goal from out wide.
I don't think you'll see anything better than that goal kick.
The Brisbane Broncos lead 18-10 here. Goes long. Johnson there to field the kick. Can he get there? This will be close. They're closing the gap. Beats a tackle. Here's a run from dummy half. Mannery. Madalino. Tuivasa-Sheck with the error has got the ball cold.
That's just poor hands. A simple lack of concentration.
Milford. Remind me not to get in his way. That's a great fit. 2 defenders and he's down. That's the first tackle. Boyd.
Surely the guy needs a rest. Where's he finding all this energy?
Second tackle there.
That's his second.
Gillette. The stadium shakes after that tackle. They will play it on tackle 3. Dangai brushes off the defence. Ball and all tackles. Milford. Gillette. That's a poor pass. Sloppy play. Milford. On the last tackle. Hunt. Sims. Just steams past the defence. He's now all on his own. Still trying to make metres as he's brought down after that good run. Tuivasa-Sheck